You're about to discover something that changes everything. Not about chasing women, about becoming someone worth pursuing. There's a difference. Most men never understand it. They spend their lives chasing, performing, competing, grasping, and women sense every bit of it. She feels the desperation, the neediness, the fear. She pulls away, but some men are different. They're not trying to impress anyone. They're not performing on a stage. They're just living. And paradoxically, women become drawn to them. This isn't manipulation. This isn't a trick. This is about psychology, biology, truth. Before we go deeper into this, subscribe to the channel, not for me, for you. You'll get more content like this. Content that actually matters, content that develops you as a man, content that's real. So hit that subscribe button now and let's continue. The first trait is something we don't talk about enough. It's called internal validation. Most men are hollow inside. They don't know who they are. They've never sat with themselves, never questioned their beliefs, never built something from nothing. They're waiting for someone else to define them, a woman, a boss, society. They're empty vessels looking for something to fill the void. Women sense this immediately. It's like a predator sensing weakness, not because she's malicious, but because she knows what it means. A man without internal validation will demand everything from her. He'll need constant reassurance, constant validation, constant attention. He'll drain her emotionally. He'll make her responsible for his happiness. That's not attractive. That's terrifying. Women don't want to be your mother. They don't want to be your therapist. They don't want to be your reason for existing. But a man with internal validation, he's different. He knows who he is. He's built something inside himself that can't be shaken. Maybe it's through years of work. Maybe it's through suffering and coming out the other side. Maybe it's through deep reflection and honest conversations with himself. Whatever it is, he's solid. He's not looking for her to complete him. He's not checking his phone constantly. He's not waiting for her text back. He's not anxious about losing her. Why? Because he's not dependent on her for his sense of self. This doesn't mean he doesn't care. He cares deeply, but he cares from a place of choice, not from a place of desperation. Women feel this difference. It's magnetic. She can relax around him. She doesn't have to manage his emotions. She doesn't have to constantly prove herself. She can just be herself. And that's exactly what creates attraction, real attraction, sustainable attraction. Most men think they need to do more, give more, say more, be more, but it's actually the opposite. You need to be grounded in yourself. You need to have a sense of purpose that exists independent of her. You need to know that you're okay, even if she leaves, even if she never comes back. That knowledge, that peace, it's irresistible to women because it represents safety, not physical safety, emotional safety. She can trust that you won't crumble. She can trust that you won't blame her. She can trust that you'll be okay. And when a woman feels that trust, everything changes. Her body relaxes. Her walls come down. She opens up in ways she doesn't with other men. This is the first trait: internal validation, self-knowledge, grounding. The second trait is equally powerful. It's called genuine boundaries, not walls, not coldness, not game playing, boundaries. Most men have no idea what this means. They think boundaries means being distant or being cold or being unavailable. So they do that. They act tough. They don't respond to messages right away. They make themselves scarce. They play hard to get. Women see right through it because it's not genuine. It's still performing, still grasping, just in a different direction. Real boundaries are different. Real boundaries come from self-respect. They're about knowing what you will and will not accept. They're about being clear about your values. They're about following through. Here's an example. A man with genuine boundaries might say this: I really enjoy spending time with you, and I also have things that matter to me. My gym time, my friendships, my work, my solitude. I need those things. That's not negotiable. If that works for you, great. If it doesn't, I understand, but I'm not changing. Notice what's happening here. He's not saying this aggressively. He's not saying this to push her away. He's saying it calmly, clearly, from a place of self-respect. And women find this incredibly attractive. Why? Because it shows strength, not physical strength, emotional strength. A man who knows what he needs, a man who won't betray himself for someone else, a man who can say no. Most men can't say no. They say yes to everything. Yes to plans they don't want to go to. Yes to behaviors that disrespect them. Yes to giving up their own interests. They say yes because they're afraid. Afraid of losing her. Afraid of being alone. Afraid of conflict. But women don't respect fear. Women respect clarity. Women respect men who stand on their own ground. Women respect boundaries. Here's the uncomfortable truth. When you set boundaries, some women will leave. The wrong ones will leave. And that's exactly what you want. You don't want a woman who respects you only when you're chasing. You don't want a woman who only values you when you're willing to abandon yourself. You want a woman who respects you, who respects your autonomy, who respects your standards, and those women, they're out there. But you have to be willing to set boundaries first. You have to be willing to lose her. Most men aren't willing. So they stay in situations that drain them with women who don't really respect them. And they wonder why the attraction dies. It dies because boundaries were never established. It dies because he abandoned himself. It dies because she has no real reason to respect him. This is the second trait: genuine boundaries, self-respect, clarity. The third trait is the most misunderstood. It's called masculine presence. And I'm going to be very specific about what this means. It doesn't mean aggression. It doesn't mean dominance. It doesn't mean controlling behavior. It means presence. It means showing up fully in your own life. Masculine presence is about intention. It's about direction. It's about knowing what you want and moving toward it, not someday, not when circumstances are perfect. Now. Most men are passive. They're reactive. They're waiting for life to happen to them. They're waiting for the perfect job to appear. They're waiting for someone to give them permission. They're waiting for everything to be certain. They never move. They're like ships without anchors, drifting wherever the current takes them. Women can feel this. She can feel the lack of direction, the lack of purpose, the passivity. It's not attractive. But a man with masculine presence, he's different. He has a vision, not a fantasy. A vision, something he's actually building. Maybe it's a business. Maybe it's mastery in his craft. Maybe it's becoming the strongest version of himself. Maybe it's creating something that matters to him. The specifics don't matter. What matters is that he's moving. He has momentum. He has purpose. He's not waiting. He's creating. This is magnetic to women, not because she wants to be part of his mission, not because she wants to serve his vision, but because she wants to be around someone who's actually alive, someone who's engaging with life, someone who has fire. Most men have no fire. They go through their routines, work, home, social media, sleep. They have no burning desire, no compelling reason to get out of bed, no vision that excites them. And women sense the deadness, the resignation, the lack of vitality. Masculine presence changes that. It's about being awake in your own life. It's about having standards, about pursuing mastery, about building something, about moving with intention. When a man has this, everything changes. His posture changes, his energy changes, his voice changes. Women,